In this lesson here, we are talking about converting from degrees to DMS and vice versa, DMS to degrees. So our question probably is, what does DMS stand for, right? DMS stands for degree, minutes, and seconds. Just want to clarify this, that degrees, the minutes and the seconds part has nothing to do with time. It has absolutely nothing to do with time. This is basically, the concept here is taking a degree and splitting it into further little parts. And those parts they're referring to as minutes and seconds. So for example, we all know one revolution we all know is 360 degrees, right? So the concept here is that each degree is further split into 60 minutes. And this little sign is referred to as minutes. And then each minute is further split into 60 seconds. So if you look at this carefully, if this is one little degree, let's say this is 1 degree, although it's more than 1 degree, but let's say this is 1 degree, each of that is taken and split into 60 little teeny bitty parts. And then each of those 60 little parts is further split into 60 parts. So guess what? 60 times 60 is 3,600 parts. Each degree is split up into 3,600 parts. That's amazing. Okay, now that 1 degree is the same as 60 minutes, if you read it backwards, 1 minute is the same as 1/60th of a degree. Isn't it? Think about it for a second. Similarly, if 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, then each second, wouldn't that be equal to 1/60th of a minute? Right? And then one big picture. So each second, which is very, 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 very small, would be 1 out of 3,600 part of a degree. And this is the whole concept here. Again, each degree, if let's say this represents 1 degree, although it's way more than 1 degree, is split into 60 parts. So 60 parts, which are called minutes. And then each minute is further split into 60 seconds for a total of 3,600 little parts here created off of that 1 degree. All right, so let's look at some examples. Okay, first example, let's go one way first. Let's go from DMS to degree, and then I'll show you backwards. Okay, let's say we have 50 degrees, 12 minutes, and 18 seconds. And that needs to be converted into degrees only, right? Which means the minutes and the second part needs to go away. So the answer is going to be 50 point something, something, something. And that's the something that we need to figure out. How do I know that? Because we're converting 2 degrees. And then this part is already in degrees. It's the minutes and the seconds that need to be converted. So let's do one step at a time. 12 minutes. How do I convert that to a degree? I'm going to use this one right here. 1 minute is 1/60th of a degree. So 12 minutes would be 12 times 1/60th of degree. Now 12 over 60, this can be written as 1, is basically 1/5, and 1/5 is 0.2 degrees. Then comes in 18 seconds. So we will take 18, but this needs to be multiplied by, each second is 1/3600th part of a degree. And this will turn out to be 0.005 of a degree. So it is very, very tiny. 18 seconds is only 0.005 of a degree, but that's very precise. And now I'm going to put all the answers together. This right here and this right here as a decimal value would be 205, right? 50.205 degree. And that is my complete answer. I've converted DMS to degree. And of course, we can see another example, right? Okay, let's say we have so we have 48 degrees, 28 minutes, and 32 seconds need to be converted to. degrees. And I can automatically say it's going to be 48 point something, 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 right? So let's take 28 minutes first. To convert that into degrees, we'll go 28 times 1 over 60th of a degree, and then do some basic math. 28 divided by 60 would be, okay, I better do that, 0.467-ish, 0.466 repeating actually. Then let's look at 32 seconds. So 32 times, each second is 360th part of a degree. So that would be 32 divided by 3600, which is about 0.008 repeating. Interesting. Now let's put it back together. This is kind of like 0.4666, and this is 0.00888. If I were to add them, 14, 1, 15, 1, 7, about 4754-ish degree. And I have done that conversion. All right, what if it was backwards? Let's use this example. Let's say I have 50.205 degrees. And that needs to be converted into precisely how many degrees, how many minutes, and how many seconds. This one's easier. How? So you can kind of have in your mind that this needs to be converted to certain degrees. So 50 whole degrees, so you get that 50 degree part, right? Then you take the decimal part, which is, let me change color here, 0.205, right? This is the decimal part. This is degrees. That needs to be converted into a certain number of minutes. But each degree is 60 minutes. So if I take 0.205 times it by 60 minutes, I should have automatically converted this to minutes. And when I multiply those two, this turns out to be 12.3. So again, remember the answer is going to be something degrees, something minutes, and some seconds. So I have converted this part of the degree into minutes. How many whole minutes did I get? 12 whole minutes. So 12 has been taken care of. Now I need to take the leftover, which is 0.3 minutes, and convert that into degrees. So 0.3, and then times how much? Each minute is, oh wow, look at me. This is seconds, and this is also, it's supposed to be minute, and I had put seconds there. Okay, now take that seconds and convert it to degrees. Further times it by 60. There we go. There we go. That degree, and then convert it to minutes. And I'm still working on this example right here, right? Yes. Okay, when all I have to do is multiply these. So 0.3 times 60 would be 18.3 times 60. Yeah, that is correct. And then that turns out to be that many seconds. And this goes in the seconds part. And this is converting backwards. So if I need to check my answer. 50 degrees, 12 minutes and 18 seconds. And yes, this is backwards. So I did the same problem, but I just did it backwards. Here, let me show you another one. Because this one I created some confusion basically for myself and for you. So going from degree to DMS is backwards. Let's pick an example here. I have 52.3175 degrees. That needs to be converted to a certain number of degrees, certain minutes, and certain seconds. Well, the degree part is pretty clear because this is a whole number. We obviously have 52 complete degrees. Then I'm going to take the decimal part, 0.3175 degree. Let me convert it to minutes. if I multiply it by minutes, then I will get, let me use my calculator, times 60, that's 19.05 degree minutes. Okay, so 19 whole minutes, and that's where I get the 19 minutes part. And I still have some left over, which is 0.05. If I multiply that further by 60 seconds, then I will get the leftover seconds of 0.05 times 60, which is just 3. And hence that is the minutes part that will go here. Okay, hopefully it has started to make sense now. Let's do the same question backwards. If we were given 52 degrees, 19 minutes, and 3 seconds, would I have been able to convert it to degrees? Which means 52 obviously complete degrees, and then what is the decimal equivalent of that? So I'm going to say, okay, let me take those 19 minutes and convert that to degrees. But 1 minute is 1/60th of a degree. So 19 minutes will be 19 times 1/60th of that degree. When I divide that, that turns out to be 0.31666 repeating. 0.31666 repeating, yep. Okay, I got that part. Now look at the 3 seconds. To convert that into degree, we all know each second is 1/3600th part of a degree. So when I do that multiplication, 3 divided by 3600, that is 0.00083. I need to now combine this decimal value, which will be 0.3. So basically, you can add them on the side. 0.00083, 9, 0.3174, which can be rounded up to 753,175 degrees. And if you notice, see that the answer here, the question here, and the answer here match, and the question here and the answer here match, because I showed you to do it both backwards. All right, hopefully these were enough number of examples. I'll see you in the next video.